Hey guys, it's just after 10 p.m. here on Tuesday. And I guess I'm starting off this video a little bit early, but turns out my itchy rash is spreading and trying to figure out what to do. But I was talking to a friend on Instagram, Half Pint, and KB Bess is her name, but she suggested that I do a smoothie, a green turmeric smoothie, which helps reduce inflammation and swelling. I'm gonna give it a try because I'm pretty desperate. I don't know exactly what is going on, but my hands are just like burning, and it might have something to do with that poison ivy wash I've been using. That's all I can really think of. I've been using a lot of it between last night and today, and maybe I just overdid it. It's medicated in some way, and maybe it's just got something that, I'm not particularly agreeing with. So pretty dang painful, and it kind of sucks. Like, I really feel for people that are in like chronic pain all the time. It's not something I've really experienced, and it doesn't really make you want to do anything. It's pretty demotivating, actually. I just want to lay around, but when I lay around, everything just itches, and all I can think about is that. So it's almost best to keep moving. So here's what I got going on. All right, so I've got watercress here and red kale, rainbow chard, parsley, and then this is turmeric root. So a lot of times you see this. I actually have some powdered, like in Indian food a lot of times, but this is the actual root, and apparently it's pretty spicy and strong, so I'm probably not going to use a lot of it. I've also got some fruit to kind of mix in with all these greens, which is going to be pretty intense. I don't think I've ever eaten watercress. I don't even know what that is. And then I've got some coconut water, canned and actually in the coconut, which you can't beat this. I just got this in case I can't get into it, but I should be able to. I used to do this a lot, so. Also can't forget the blender. Get that guy plugged in. Apologize for the weird lighting, guys. I need to figure out something for my house here at night. There's just not enough light going on to make a good picture. But hopefully you'll get the idea. At least you know that I know the lighting sucks. So we'll start with that. Okay. I'll spare you the expense of watching me cut on my countertop, and we'll flash forward to blending this thing. But if you've never seen someone open up one of these coconuts, you can now watch me try. Okay, I've gotten to the young coconut now. Got the top off. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Scoop out, if I can, some of this flesh, the pulp. All right, dividing up my greens, I've got parsley, a whole turmeric root, kale, giant thing of chard. Look at this thing, it's like freaking is bigger than my head. And this watercress, whatever this is. Wow, that looks funky, dude. Dang, it's like still on the root and everything. Just gonna cut off about that much of that. This thing's gonna be freaking green, man. Green smoothie, like what? And cut it down with some of this frozen fruit here, which has strawberries, pineapple, bananas, and mango. Solid. Okay, that's a lot, guys. There's a lot of stuff. All right, I moved over here because I think there's a little better lighting. Look at this thing, guys. This thing is packed. Let's just get onto the blend. Enough talking. smells like a farm. Yeah. It ain't bad, but it tastes like I'm eating grass. I feel pretty energized actually though. I feel like a good vegan again, you know what I mean? I've been on the vegan donut, vegan sausage binge for a while and reconnecting with my roots. All right, guys, I'm gonna drink this down and probably see you later on. What's up, people? Back at it. This is my third green smoothie within the last 14 hours. Going for it. This is surprisingly delicious. I don't really know. Maybe it's because I've been vegan for a long time, but it tastes pretty good. I don't have any more fresh coconuts, but I got a whole coconut water here. Okay. Nope. Don't want to start that without the lid on. Cheers. God, that's so healthy tasting. All right, for those of you thinking that this is what a vegan normally does, this is probably what one should do, but I have not been doing this at all lately, so this is something that I'm reincorporating or doing new, because I've been on a pretty hardcore vegan donut, and previously 2 months ago, Red Bull and Sour Patch Kids, and lots of eating out. So trying to take a little bit better care of myself. This whole rash deal has been a bit of a wake-up call for me. I think a lot of times we take for granted how we feel day to day, or just our health in general. Another update on the rash. I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow morning, but starting to think that it might not, in fact, be poison ivy, poison oak, or poison sumac, because like it didn't make sense to me before. That stuff doesn't really exist in the desert. So now starting to think it might be something else poisonous out there. Scorpion weed is a possibility. Or Melissa, who works for us, also got something out in the desert, and she thinks it might be something called the rancher's fiddleweed. So these are more like desert flowers that they really only pop up in mass after huge winter rains, which we've had. I remember on my run in Superior, if you go through back to that episode, at the very top, I was wading through this like little field of green possible grasses, but could have been flowers that hadn't come out yet. And like all of that vegetation could be what got around my ankles and then is now spreading. And it's starting to spread like all over my body. So I've got it like on my arms and on my stomach, and it ain't cool. It really sucks. And I hate it. And I was up almost all night last night itching. So I would do like 10,000 feet of climbing every day of the week to not have this. So if anyone can help make that happen, that would be great. Okay, just here in the office, and we are actually reviewing previous episode. This is Steep Life 106, and we just got to the part, those of you who watch regularly will already have seen this one, but we just got to the part where Jaylee introduces herself as her new name, and Enzo now wants to be called Genzo, right?
Yeah, Genzo.
Wait, so what is this?
This is a certificate of appreciation that Aaron Burlingame sent. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Because we set up for him to be able to do a deployed shadow run of Coldwater Rumble 100. And so he ran, while deployed in Kuwait, a 22-hour, just over 22-hour 100-miler by running back and forth in tiny little circles on base. And then he sent us the Strava file, and we sent him the buckle and t-shirt and everything else, put him in the results. You know, it notates deployed shadow runner and the results, and his result listed.
Cool.
Yeah, really cool.
All right, time for trail talk. I'm gonna get ready here. Okay, so this is our little makeshift studio. It's also our conference room, and what we've got going on in here is we have a green screen in the background, so that allows us to put whatever we want in the background of the shot. And then we've got a couple lights. So just gives us a little bit better, more even light. And so the camera that I'm using now is the one that we're shooting the show on, so I'll have to put that on our tripod over here. And the other things that we have going on is we have a phone that is set up on this pod, and this is for Instagram Live. And then we have an iPad stand. And this is what we use for the Facebook Live, so we can get questions from anyone tuning in. We do a fairly substantial Q&A section, which is really fun. So if you guys have questions for us at Aravaipa, we, myself and Jubilee, will answer them on the show, and it's a really good time. So I'm going to get finished setting up here, and we're going to shoot this trail talk. I believe it's episode 26. Right, we just wrapped up shooting trail talk. Jubilee's still answering questions on Facebook Live, and Enzo is going to start editing that.
Yep, thank you, Enzo. Thank you for the most.
So that's a little insight into our show. It happens every week, and we just kind of freestyle it. We just go for it. We have a little bit of an agenda. We have the JubeTube, which is really fun, and then we just go into Q&A and we answer your questions. I am going to now head to Aravaipa Group Run. We are at North Mountain, which is one of our closest to our office. And after that, we are going to the social. And I don't know if I'm running yet.
Just deleted the live feed.
Yeah, delete it. It was pretty crazy. We had to have our hands like taped off. And then we had to open up Oreos and tie shoes. It's fun. JubeTube, check it out. That'll be on the Aravaipa channel. It sounds kind of weird. It sounds like I'm saying like JuTube.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm saying JubeTube.
It's not that kind of show, man.
Yeah. Anything else to tell the people?
Hi, people.
I'm gonna head over to the group run. It's already 5:27. Wow, it's actually kind of nice out right now. The heat wave is gone for a bit.
Well, the philosophy of the group is to have one group here at Aravaipa Trail Runs that pretty much anybody can go into and have a great time, We won't drop anybody. We'll wait around and make sure that everybody has a great time. So we call it the fun group. 3.5 or so miles, or 5.5, depending whether you get lost or not. But around 3.5 miles. And there's a lot of really strong runners in this group that really kind of like to get a little rocky and a little steep sometimes. So sometimes we'll push it a little bit, and then we get called the adventurous group. And if it's a little long, sometimes it's called the ultra fun group. So there's a few different names, but overall, it's just a group that we stop and take some pictures and have a great time.
About a mile into group run. This is my first run really back, and tonight I actually feel okay so far. Early to tell, but I might be turning the corner a little bit, which is really exciting.